All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Am I live? It says stop. All right. Thank you guys for being here today. I appreciate it. Today, Underdog on Frenchie Friday has dropped the Frenchie Eliminator. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I got pick number 1. Wow, I didn't even notice that. I got pick number 1. So we're going to go on Bijan. On 22 seconds, we're going Bijan. Hello, thank you guys for being here. Thank you, thank you. Can you guys see me? Am I live? It's not showing on my end. Maybe I need to refresh it. Okay, there we go. No, we're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, so we got Disbanded Brother in here. Hello, hello, hello. And then we got I Only Act. How does the Eliminator even work? So if you look at the top, I don't know if you guys can see it or if I made it too small, but the Eliminator, all the points are the same, all that stuff is the same, but every week somebody's eliminated. So I have it at the top right here. The first week, you're going up against the other 11 people in your drafting pod right here, and half of you guys move on. So the top 6 of the 12 teams move on. Then you'll go to the next week where you'll get into a pot of 3. And then every week after that, the top 2 of the 3 teams will move on. And then, because I can't really see it from here. So 2 of 3, 2 of 3, 2 of 3, 2 of 3 for week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For 8 weeks. Up until week 8, you'll be in a pot of 3 and the top 2 will move on. Then starting in week 9 right here, you'll go up 1v1 for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then week 17, it's a 2-seat final, 1v1 for the championship. And if you make it there, you automatically win $5,000. If you win, you win $10,000. So it's just, I think it's an interesting style. It's a lot of head-to-heads. This one in particular, it's a lot of 2 out of the 3 move on. Whereas in the original Eliminator, the big one, it's always going to be head-to-head after the first week. So the first week is always 6 out of the 12 move on, and then after that, it's always head-to-head in the big one. This one, there's a couple 2 out of 3, so you have a 66% chance to move on instead of a 50-50. Okay, so let me go back here. The rankings are also a little bit different. So I don't really use this tool in the Eliminator because you're not going to be taking rookies as high. So all my rookies on my ranks right here, I've dropped down. So Jeremiah Love is pretty low here. I think the next rookie is Carnell Tate, which I dropped pretty low. Where is he? There he is. So I dropped him pretty low. He's higher still than the average draft position, but I dropped him. So you don't want to take a rookie because it's very important that you don't take zeros at your positions. And if you're using a rookie as a higher draft pick where you could be getting players, you don't want to take a 0. You just don't. Okay, Drake London's the highest receiver. The other issue too is bye weeks. So bye weeks, you do not want to have too many players with the same bye week. If I take Drake London here, this person's probably going to auto draft Drake London. Okay, perfect. So you got to be careful of bye weeks. We're for sure going to go Nico Collins here. Or excuse me, George Pickens. And I'll tell you why right now. But we're for sure going George Pickens. And I'm going to go Kyron. No, I already have a running back. I'm going to go Nico. So, got to pay attention to bye weeks. You do not want too many players with the same bye weeks. We have bye week 11, bye week 14, and then we're going to have bye week 8. Okay? It's okay if like 2 players have the same bye week at the same position, but you don't want too many with the same bye. Hola, Maria. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Hola. Okay, so another thing to consider, okay, is the later the bye week, the better. So George Pickens has a bye week in week 14. Jeremiah Love has a bye week in week 14. If we can somehow get Javonte Williams, which we're not going to get, but if we can somehow get Javonte Williams, I'm going to take him because the later the bye week, the more value that player provides to you. Because you can be eliminated in week 6 because you got people on bye in week 6. So let's go back and look at this. Where is it? NFL. The Frenchie Eliminator. So week 14, this is 17, 16, 15, 14. So 2, 4, 8. So top 16. If you make it to week 14 and lose, you make top 16. Top 16 here is you automatically get $90 because this is so top heavy. You're only getting $90. But on the big tournament, the big eliminator, let's go back and look. Where is it? On the big eliminator, 3, double that is 6, double that is 12, double that is 24. So if you make it to week 14 here, you automatically guarantee 10 grand. So the later the bye week, the more valuable that player is to you. Let me go back in here. All right. Joseph says, yo, what's up, Joseph? And then Lupe, sup? How we doing? Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to be doing 2 drafts today. If we can get 15 likes, then we will be doing a 3rd draft. And they're all going to be the Frenchie Eliminators today. I want to do as many as I can today, and then it should still be up tomorrow. The Frenchie Superflex is still up. I don't think that thing's filling anytime soon. Maybe that the puppy's gone, it will. But I'm going to be doing as many of these as I can because I think this one's going to fill up pretty fast. The other thing is that the best build is 3573. 3573. Don't listen to this. 3573. Because, like I said, you cannot take a 0 at any position. And if you take 2 tight ends or you take 2 quarterbacks, if one of your quarterbacks gets injured or if one of your quarterbacks just has a bad week, if you only have one other person to rely on, you just have such a lower chance to move on to the next week. All right, we're coming around the clock here. We got Bijan, Pickens, Nico. Wow. This team at the end, if they can make it out of like the first 3 or 4 weeks, if these guys aren't playing, they're pretty stacked. They are pretty stacked. And you'll see that quarterbacks go a lot higher here because of you need 3 of them. So they're going to go a lot higher here. And when I was making my rankings, I didn't do that yet. So what I want to do after this stream is rank some of my quarterbacks and put them higher up. Okay. Ladd works well with this team because we don't have a week 7 bye. Luther Burden works well with this team because we don't have a week 10 bye. So if we can just dodge one more person who... Okay, they take Ladd. We have a week 11 bye already at running back. I don't really want to take Trevion. I'm going to take Luther Burden for sure. What does ADP here say? Burden, Trevion, Devontae Adams. I could go Colston Loveland here. I have him ranked higher than a lot of people. I will go Loveland. But now all this means is I'm taking 2 more tight ends, but not until like round 17 and 18. I got an elite tight end. I don't need another one, but I for sure need 2 more just in case, for whatever reason, Colston Loveland has a bad week. I for sure need 2 more. But I'm not going to take them until way later in the draft. So the biggest difference from week to week in the Eliminator is week 1. In week 1, 6 of the 12 teams advance. So this says is advancing in week 1 more about floor or ceiling? I think it's more about floor with 1 or 2 players able to get a ceiling. So on our team right here, Bijan can get a ceiling. George Pickens can get a ceiling. Loveland can, Nico. So I wouldn't worry too much about the ceiling. Just focus on guys that are going to get volume and try not to stack players with your bye weeks. Like here, we probably don't want another week 10 bye for a tight end or receiver, and focus on getting 3, 5, 7, 3. It's all about roster construction. It's all about managing your bye weeks. And in all honesty, it's all about the pods that you get. Because you can have just a terrible team, but you get into a pod with 2 other people and who do worse than you. You're getting lucky. Okay. Let's see here. At the turn, if Caleb and Dak make it back to me, I'll go Caleb and Dak. You want to get good points at quarterback. I have the stacks, and typically you don't have to worry about stacks in this. I wouldn't stack more than 3 players on one team, and make sure they're at different positions. So with Caleb, they're in different positions, so we're fine with Caleb. With Dak Prescott, they're in different positions, so I would not take another receiver here. I would not take another receiver here or tight end. You want to spread out your stacks to where it's not 2 receivers. Joseph says, have you done an Eliminator before? I did a couple last year. I didn't make it past like week 7, I believe. But I only did about 10 of them. I didn't do too many. I'm for sure doing a lot more drafts this year than I did last year. We do need if Chuba makes it back, because we do need another running back. This is a week 5 bye. If Chuba makes it back, I'll take him. I'm going to go Dak over. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Let me see. With this team that I got here, would you guys go Dak or Caleb here? The only reason I was considering Dak is because of the week 14 bye. And Caleb has a week 10 bye. But if Chuba makes it back, I'll go Chuba. 10 rounds past ADP. Okay, he does not. Jordan Tyson, he's ranked too high here for me. I need to update that. I'm going to go Caleb. I'm just going to take both these guys. I'm going to go double quarterback. That way I don't have to worry about them on the turn. And literally, I'm just running back and receiver until the last 3 rounds. I'm going to go tight end, quarterback in these 3 rounds. And through the middle of this, I am all receiver and running back. First Down Fantasy, welcome to the stream. Good to have you back. Says, I take both. Yep, good call. Yeah, in a regular draft that's not Eliminator, I probably would not have taken both. But because of the Eliminator and how highly valued quarterbacks are, because every team basically needs 3 of them. Yeah, you're right. I'm glad I took both of them. That way I don't have to worry about them till the last round now. And now I can load up on receiver and running back. Is Hero RB or Robust RB better for the Eliminator? So you're taking a big risk with Hero RB. I've gone a lot of rounds. I've gone what? 6 rounds now without 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 rounds now without taking a running back. These next 2 picks, I'm hoping to get some running backs. Hero RB is fine, but it's less fine than normal fantasy because you cannot be taking zeros at your positions. Like, you need these guys to carry you, not get injured, always get a high floor, and then you need other positions to pick up. Okay. We want to see a lot of quarterbacks and honestly tight ends go, which we're getting in that range where we're going to see some quarterbacks go. Oh, they already went. Okay. Have you guys done any of these? If you have, how many have you done? This is my first one for the Frenchie. Okay, should you stack aggressively or avoid heavy stacks in the Eliminator? We kind of went over this already. It's okay to stack. Don't stack too many teams at the same position. But you still kind of need to stack because spiking is still important, just not as important as in the normal tournaments, because there's not such a large field. You're going up against 1 to 2 other people on a weekly basis, except for week 1. All right, we're a couple picks away now. I'm strictly running back and wide receiver. Jaden Reed is still here. He has a bye week in week 11. None of my receivers have a bye week in week 11. Jordan Addison. Blake Corum has the same bye week as Bijan, but I gotta take one right here. First Down Fantasy says, nah, I hate elims 3 years in a row. I've gotten terrible pod luck, so I'm probably not doing them this year. Yeah, that's what I was kind of talking about at the beginning. Pod luck is so important in this. You could have the greatest team ever, but you just get into a pod where the other 2 people pop off, and it didn't matter how good your team was. I'm going to reach on a running back here. Jordan Addison is my highest ranked player here, so I'm going to take him. And then since I need a running back and Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt does not have the same bye week as Bijan, I'm going to go Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. But, yeah, just you got to get lucky. I feel like in this one, pod luck is less of a thing than in the normal one. Because for the first 8 weeks in this tournament, if you can see at the top, I don't know if I made it too small or not. For the first 8 weeks, you're going up against 2 other people, and the top 2 people move on. So instead of a 50% chance, you have a 66% chance. So it's a higher chance that you'll move on. Yo Ed says, I did the big board, and it gave me a C-. C- isn't bad. It's average. That's how I passed college. You mean the big dog? Let me find out you got it like that, Yo Ed. Let me find out. Okay. We're back. Don't look at this. Don't look at this. All right. So let's look at our team. We had pick number 1 in this. Pleasantly surprised. We got Bijan first pick, and we got Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Different bye weeks. Then we got George Pickens, Nico Collins, Luther Burden, and Jordan Addison. Every single one of them has a different bye week. Colston Loveland paired up with Caleb Williams and Luther Burden. And Dak Prescott paired up with George Pickens. Yeah, Yo Ed, C's get degrees, and sometimes D's get degrees. Don't ask me how I know that. Okay. So let's look at this. Okay. So, who do we want to look at here? Let's look at Nico. So Nico Collins, okay? Normally I'm looking at spike weeks, but in this I want to look at how many times they've gone under like 15 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, and I'll count this one, 8. So half of the season they went under 15 points. So you're looking for high floor players here. Let's go Pickens. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, so half the season under 15. Who else do we get? Bijan. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a fourth of the season under 15. So what you're really looking for here is just the high floor players that are not going to get you zeros. And because you cannot get a dud from your top draft picks. You just can't. All right, we're coming up. We're 2 picks away. I need running backs here. I'm going to double click bye week in week 6. We don't have a running back with a bye week in week 6. Bye week in week 8. We don't have a running back with a bye week in week 8. Would you guys go Tyrone Tracy? Or would you go... Dang. Would you guys go Tracy or Brooks? Tracy or Brooks here? I'm for sure taking one of these. Brooks. He's played 9 NFL snaps in the Eliminator. Oh. I'm going to bank that Cam Scatabo is not going to be ready, and Tyrone Tracy will carry us through the first part. All right. First down fantasy. Yoed says, is the 4-person draft worth it? Let's go look. Are you talking about like this right here? 4-person draft. First place gets $10.50. So essentially you're tripling your money. Let's go. Let's say you're doing a $10 draft. You're going from 10. Where is it? $10. 4-person draft. You're tripling your money. No, I did those the first time I joined Underdog, but they're not worth it. If I'm going to be putting money into these, I'm going to be doing these contests up here to try and use my $5, $10, $20 to get $2 million, $100,000, $10,000. Like, these are okay, but Underdog takes a percentage of these. Like, I would just rather do a fantasy league like in a home league on ESPN, Sleeper, Yahoo. I'd rather do one of those than do one of these. But this is where you're getting the most bang for your buck. If you're going to do any of these, I recommend doing these. If you want to practice, I guess you could do these, but I would do a 12-person draft to practice. But they're going to drop the not the Schnauzer. The Schnauzer's like the puppy, but instead of it being $5, it's $3. So it's the cheapest draft that there is. So I would just wait for that if you haven't started yet. Or if it's your first time doing these. But no, I would not do those drafts. All right. We're coming up on the clock here. We're 7 picks away. We're going to need another running back. And we're going to need another receiver. These are our running backs down here. Do I have a week 6 bye? For running back, I don't. I'll take Pacheco. And then we don't have a week 5 bye. I'm going to queue up Coker. Just because we don't have a week 5 bye for our receivers, and that's super important. I don't want to double stack our buys here. He is falling 8 picks in terms of ADP for the draft. I don't want Juwan Jennings because we already have Jordan Addison. Travis Hunter could be a massive value, or he could be just a terrible pick, but he goes in 160 in these. I need to update him in these just because we don't know what he's going to do. So if Jalen Coker makes it to us, I'm going to go him. Okay. I'm going Coker, and then I'm going Pacheco. Coker and Pacheco. Okay. Tyler's Perry, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Neighbors is dropping more due to recent news. Yeah, we'll go over the recent news right now. Let me pull it up. So if you guys didn't know, Neighbors, let me pull it up on Twitter. And then we can look at it together. Neighbors. Okay. The New York Giants don't know when star receiver Malik Neighbors will be back from what Coach John Harbaugh said Thursday was not a simple knee injury. Daniel Jones got a full season of prime. Malik Neighbors, Jackson Dart got 2 drives. When Neighbors had ACL tear, meniscus repair, surgery delayed. a month because of swelling, crutch use, deep in rehab. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff coming out about him. Basically, they don't know if he's going to be ready for the start of the season. And in the Eliminator, you cannot take a 0 in round 2 and 3 for that many weeks. You just can't. Best Ball Q, or those $1 Dalmatians. Yeah, I forgot about those. Yeah, they also have $1 Dalmatians. They don't have them all the time because they want, obviously, us to do the $5, the $25, the $10 drafts, but they'll have those. Tyler's Perry. Also, Rice still going in the 3rd. Rice, I was fine with him when I heard. Okay, this is a wild sentence that I was almost about to say. I was fine with him when he got arrested into jail. I'm not fine with that. But what I mean for football purposes, I was fine that he wasn't going to miss time. But then word came out a couple hours later that he went to jail and got surgery a week before. So now he's going to be in jail rehabbing, which is kind of worrisome. It's kind of worrisome. So yeah, he's still going in the 3rd. In this draft, I would not take him in the 3rd. In your normal ones, I would take him in the 3rd. In the regular draft, non-eliminator. Best Ball Q says, I never do eliminator, but I just drafted my first one. How'd you like it? My recommendation was 3-5-7-3, just because you don't want to take zeros at any position. But do you like your team? And then did you do a Frenchie eliminator, or did you do the normal eliminator? Tyler's Perry. The new offensive coordinator is finally going to let Hurts throw it. Listen to it. Harbaugh says in press conference. So we're going from Eagles to Giants and then back to Eagles, I'm assuming. Lemon and Smith should go crazy finally. I don't know if you can see my shirt, but I'm a big Eagles fan, and I agree. I did not like Kevin Patullo last year. I thought he was the literal only reason why this team sucked, and the offensive line being injured, and AJ quitting. Lemon and Smith should go crazy. I think Jalen Hurts is a fine quarterback. I really do. In terms of talent, I don't think he's top 5, but in terms of winning and getting the job done, he's for sure top 5. So I think that they are going to be a much better team, and they're going to go back to what they were 2 years ago when they went to the Super Bowl. I don't know if they can get the same production out of Saquon now that he's older and if the offensive line can hold up, but the passing should go crazy and the defense should be better than ever. The defense is going to keep continuing to get better. If AJ leaves, yeah, AJ should leave. He's going to leave. All right, we're coming on the clock right here. I'm not going Brian Robinson. I'm not going Dylan Sampson. I could go Tesla here. I do need a running back, though. Week 10, I'm going to reach for Bigsby just because I need a running back. And then I'm going to take one of these receivers here. 14, 8, 10, 6, 11, 5. Rookies, you don't really want to take them just yet, but I would feel okay taking them. Brandon Ayuk is not going to be a week 8. Week 6, I do have a week 6 already. Week 11, yes. Week 7, no. I'll take Antonio Williams. So I'll go Bigsby and Williams. And then in these last couple rounds, we are strictly quarterback and tight end. We are strictly quarterback and tight end. So we have no duplicate buys, no duplicate buys, no duplicates, and we'll see about this one. Best Ball Q, that's exactly what I did. 3-5-7-3, Frenchie Lim, CD, Kenneth Walker, Kyron, Rice, Hurts start. That's not bad. You got Rice in the 4th round. I'm not a big Kenneth Walker guy, but he's for sure going to get a lot of volume. There's really nobody behind him. But let's go look at Kenneth Walker. Best Ball Q, Rice is ready week 1. He's a smash at pick 41. Yes, he is. I got him in pick 44 in a regular draft. And I'm excited about it because if he's ready by week 1, even by week 3 in a regular, he's going to smash. All right, Kenneth Walker. Again, this is with Seattle. I know, but there's a lot of floor games here. It's better here, but still some floor games. So I'm curious to see how he does with the Chiefs But if we go back and look at the Chiefs running backs, if we look at the Chiefs running backs as of late, they really haven't done too well. And we can go look at them in a second. What's up, Frizz? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. In Superflex Best Ball, who you taking at the 1.01? Bijan, Gibbs, or Josh Allen? I wish I had a graph. If you get the 101, you're taking Josh Allen first. And I wish I had a graph to show you guys, but here's the reason. Okay, in a regular draft where you're starting one quarterback, two running backs, three receivers, so on and so forth, the quarterback takes up a smaller percent of the pie, right? The quarterback position at a one quarterback starting is less valuable than the running backs and receivers. When you are starting two quarterbacks, that piece of the pie gets larger, and it's the points that the quarterbacks make up is larger when you're starting two of them. So therefore, the quarterbacks are the most valuable position to draft in Superflex. So 100%, I would take Josh Allen. I would probably take Lamar, and then I would probably take Jaden, Jalen, and Burrow before I took Bijan, Gibbs, or Josh Allen. I want to see how I haven't done a Superflex yet this year. But does that sound accurate to what people are doing? I would take those 5 quarterbacks and then Bijan and Gibbs. Or are they doing more? First Time Fantasy says Allen 100%. Okay. I'm coming on the clock here. We have a week 10 bye. So I'm not taking Eli. Gunnar Helm is my highest ranked player here. I will take Gunnar Helm. And then I'll take Pat. So I'll get... Oh, no, I can't take Pat because we have Gunnar Helm. I'll take Terrence Ferguson. Not Michael Penix. Give me Gunnar Helm and give me Terrence Ferguson. Come on, Dented. You don't want to do this, Dented. Don't do this. Don't be taking Gunnar Helm. Okay, Sean Tucker. You could have Sean Tucker. All right, week 10, week 9. And then week 9, 10, and then 11. And then we are strictly quarterback after this. Let's queue up Penix. Let's queue up. Kirk is not bad. And I'll talk about Kirk right now. Kirk is not bad. And that's really all we want here. And then we'll queue up Shador just because. So Kirk is not bad because he's going to get benched after the bye, maybe even a week or two before the bye, so his bye week don't matter. So Kirk is not bad. And if the Raiders are actually winning with Kirk, they might not even start Mendoza. Okay, I'm coming back to the chat. Frizz says, would it be crazy to take second quarterback at the turn? It depends. If you get the one, I would at least take one quarterback back at the turn if you're back there, because then you're not going to get another one until it goes all the way around the horn, and by that time you're getting nobody. So I would for sure take one quarterback at the turn, and then a position player, or if you get value at another quarterback, take 2 of them. But I would for sure take one more. Frizz, you want to have at least 2 quarterbacks before round 4 minimum? Yes. So yeah, me and First Time Fantasy are on the same page here. You want to take at least one at the turn if you took Josh Allen. Frizz, depends on how important my draft lobby values quarterback. I got lucky in one of my drafts. I got Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, and Pat Mahomes as my third quarterback. That's a really good top 3. Yeah. So if you don't get value, I would reach for a quarterback because you're not going to get another one at the 4-5. It's really difficult to get good quarterbacks at the 4-5. So I would reach for a quarterback and then take either a receiver or a running back. But yeah, if your lobby does not value those positions, oh no. Who am I going to be stuck with? Guys, leave the quarterbacks for me. You don't want them. So this is my first time doing an eliminator. What I should have done is taken a quarterback first at this turn. and then taking a tight end here. So I'll know that for next time. All right, we're going to get into a second draft. If you guys want to get in with us, I will type in the chat. I just want to see which quarterback we get. I'll type in the chat so that way you guys, if you want to get in, you can get in with us. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. That was a really good first draft. My first Eliminator ever. This year, I should say. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it a lot. It shows that you like the streams, you like what we're doing here. And if you want to see more of this, hit the notification bell. And if you want to see a third draft, make sure you hit the like button so we can do a third draft. All right. This person has 3. This person has 3. There's no way they're taking 4. There's no way. Nope. There goes Vidal. And let's see about Harvey. Come on, Harvey. Who you got here? Let me do this. All right. Let me type in the chat. 3. Joining another Frenchie. 2. 1. In. All right. 3 spots left. Who do we get in that last one? Completed. Here it is. What? What just happened? Oh, thank God. Okay. We got Kirk Cousins. Okay, good. We got Kirk Cousins. Let me name this real quick, just in case we do happen to win money. 3, 5, 7, 3. And then today is 22nd. That we can come back to the stream that we won money on, if we win money, and take a look at it. Okay. Let's go back here. Active. All right, what picker? We got pick 2. We are getting lucky in these. Okay, we're getting lucky in these. Let's see. Did we get anybody else in here with us? I don't see anybody that I have drafted with before. Okay. Frizz says, what's your opinion on targeting rookies later in rounds versus reliable veterans? If you're talking about in the Eliminator, if you have veterans already that you think can carry you through the first couple weeks, I would have one rookie per position. I would not have 2 rookie receivers. I would not have 2 rookie running backs. But I think it's 100% okay to target rookies in the later rounds. But I would not have more than 2 rookies per position. And if you want a reliable veteran, let's say you took Carnell Tate. Let's say you took Mekhi Lemon as in like the 5th, 6th, 7th round, wherever they're going. I would not take another rookie later. I would take a reliable veteran that can get some targets for the first couple weeks until your rookies get into form. So I'm getting this glare on me, and it's annoying, but there's nothing I can do about it. First Down Fantasy says, I like to do 2 quarterbacks for round 4, then slam RBs, and then if I get 2 good quarterbacks, I'll take whatever is left later. Yeah, so in the Superflex as well, you are starting only 2 receivers. So receiver value is so much lower than in your regular drafts. So to get good, valuable running backs, it's more important than in that draft in a Superflex than it is in any other draft. Best Ball Q says, this thing probably feels fast. The one from last week, it took a while to fill. It took like 5 days. This one, it's already at 15%. I was wrong last time. I said the Frenchie would fill by tomorrow at around like noon Pacific. But, so I don't want to say when this one will fill, but yeah, this one looks like it's filling fast. And also they upped it to 20 entry max, whereas in the last ones, they did a 2 entry max. So this one should fill faster. I also think this is higher as well, because in the Frenchie last time, I think it was 5 or 6 thousand. This is at 17. So there's more entrants as well. Let me get back in there. Frizz says, yeah, I'm happy to end up with Lad as my wide receiver 1. Yeah, if you're doing a super flex and you have Lad, you should be fine. Rafael Berber, no more puppy. Right now, there's no more puppy. But what Underdog does every year is they'll let other drafts go through. Then they'll drop another puppy. It'll be the puppy 2. It should be the same format. And it will be the same value and everything. They just want to get people into these other drafts first before they drop another puppy. All right, we're going to take 2 receivers. Give me a sec. I just want this, not that. Okay. I'm not going to take George Pickens again. And Nico. I took them in the last one. So I'll go A.J. Brown just because I don't have him. And when do the Patriots have their bye? That's when I'm assuming he's going. The Patriots have their bye week 11. So this says week 10, but we have to remember that this is a week 11 bye. I'm back on the clock. I'm going to go Kyron. No. Yes, I'm going to go Kyron. Would you guys have gone Kyron or Nico? I already have Nico. Oh. I'm going Kyron. Getting another running back. But what would you guys have gone there? All right. Best Ball Q says, hopefully Keenan Allen retires. Otherwise, Lad is drafted too high. Well, right now, Keenan Allen is not on a team. Let me take a look. Keenan Allen is a free agent right now. So the only way that he would go back is if he re-signed with them. But right now he's a free agent. I don't know if they're going to bring him back. But yes, if Keenan Allen or if the Chargers do get like a Tyreek Hill, if they get a Brandon Ayuk, if they get a Deebo Samuel, if they get a Keenan Allen, Lad will be drafted a little bit too high. The Frizz says, I started this offseason doing Superflex and now I can't do single quarterback because it feels weird not seeing any quarterbacks get picked within 3 to 4 rounds. That is exactly why I can't do Superflex because it feels weird seeing them all go in 3rd and 4th round. My brain, because I'm doing so many of the regular ones, even the Eliminator right now, it feels weird doing these to do these drafts because of where you're drafting players normally. Superflex is fun though. If they don't bring the puppy back, I'll do the Field General just because they're $3 and I'm a cheapskate. But it's gonna be hard to transition my brain to think like that. Frizz says Keenan Allen or Stephon Diggs is about to end up as a Chief at this point. Yeah, Rashee Rice is truly not. If he's gonna keep doing what he's doing, the free agents like Deebo, Diggs, Allen, Tyreek. I think Tyreek right now on Call Sheet, for if you guys use that, I just saw a tweet about it, has like a 48% chance to go to the Chiefs, but I don't know how much weight that holds. All right, we're coming around. We got a lot of receivers coming back to us. So we got week 10. We can go Garrett. We're not going to go Buka. We can go Lad. We're not going to go Luther. Oh, we can go Luther, actually. Or Buka, because remember, A.J. Brown is going to be week 11. And we can go Mike Evans. Okay. We're a couple picks away. I need receivers. Let's see what happens here. First Down Fantasy says, really the Chiefs should just flex and sign Deebo and Diggs. If Rice can keep his stuff together, he's a really good player. In the small size that we've seen him, he's a good player if he can get his stuff together. But he's shown no signs of doing what he should be doing. I'm going to go Mike Evans. And then I'm going to go Jameson Williams. Just because I need receivers here. Okay, if he makes it back to us. Frizz says, who you like more, Chase Brown or Jeremiah Love? I like Chase Brown more. Reason being, he's on a better offense. He's not a rookie. I know Jeremiah Love was a 3rd-round pick, so he might be a better player overall. But sorry, let me make this pick here. Let me make sure I'm not messing up. Bye week 6, 10-6, yeah. I'm sure Jeremiah Love is a better player. I'm sure he is. But in terms of fantasy this year, Chase Brown, better offense, better quarterback, better team. They're going to run the ball more because they can be leading games. The Cardinals, I think, are projected to win from Vegas like 2 or 3 weeks. It's terrible. So they have a terrible schedule, like what First Down just said. Let me actually show you guys my rankings in a regular draft. Now, I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form. I do this for fun. But let me just show you guys my rankings in a regular draft. So, I'm not high on Christian McCaffrey or Jonathan Taylor. I'm not. McCaffrey is one cut away on the 49ers practice field where there's electromagnetic waves from being out for the season again. And Jonathan Taylor is relying on a Daniel Jones who's had one good season as a professional player. I like James Cook, but again, I'm not going to take these two over these running backs just because I don't want to full fade these guys. Saquon Barkley, that's a biased take. I don't care. Omarion Hampton, 2nd-year player. I think he's going to be good. I probably should move Devon Achane above Hampton, but I am just worried about the Dolphins' offense as a whole. Ashton Genty, I'm worried about the Raiders. I'm going to do this, actually. I'm going to move Genty above Achane. I think everybody's sleeping on Henry this year. I was down on Henry last year, but I think people are sleeping on him. Chase Brown and Walker. That's the top I got right there. That's the top that I got. Probably going to be wrong, but that's what I'm rocking with. And I do change these every couple days when we get news. Oh, wait. Where am I at? 8 picks away. Okay. First Down Fantasy says, Love is awesome, but the Cardinals schedule is terrible, and Bengals offense is turbo good. Yes. 100% agree. 100%. Yo, Ed says, who should I get first, Fernando or Dart? Both rookies. Dart. Dart played last year. Dart is the starting quarterback for the Giants, so he's going to start. He has good rushing upside. Let's go look at this. He had 34 rush yards a game, and he scored 9 touchdowns in 14 games. It's not 1 a game, but it's a really good rate. Fernando Mendoza is going to start only about 8 weeks. In my opinion, he's going to start like 8 weeks. And he provides very limited rushing value. Not like Jackson Dart does. All right, thank you all for being here. We're coming on the clock right here, but I appreciate you guys all being here. If you guys do want to see another draft, make sure you hit the like button. And if you guys do want to see more of these streams, I got to take quarterbacks here. If you do want to see more streams, make sure you hit the... I got to take a quarterback. I don't want to miss out. I have A.J. Brown. That's a good pick. If you want to see more streams, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified when we do go live. I am going to stream about 5 days a week. My off days will be Thursday and Sunday. But I'm planning to post videos on Sundays with the first one coming out. Wait. Am I going receiver here? I could go Brian Thomas. I don't have that. Yeah, I'll go Brian Thomas. Either this Sunday or next Sunday. My first video. Okay. First Down Fantasy says, in redraft, I may consider taking Love because he could have some longevity, but in best ball, Brown can spike more. Yeah. I'm curious to see when Vegas puts out their team totals, how many more points the Bengals are projected to score than the Cardinals, because that is more value for Chase Brown to get touchdowns, and touchdowns are huge, especially in half-point PPR leagues, like what Underdog is. First says, I start off the Superflex best ball with Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, and Chase Brown. That's a good start. You have 2 solid quarterbacks who are going to be your starting lineup every week, basically, who have massive spy week potential with rushing upside. And then Chase Brown, let's look at Chase Brown for you. Chase Brown can have big spike weeks. And don't look at this. This is when they had, who they had? Who was their quarterback? I don't even remember. That's going to bother me now. You guys know in the chat. So look from this week on. 1, 2, 3 spike weeks, and this is his floor. His floor is literally 15 points. This guy's a GOAT. So that's a good pick. And on top of that, you got 2 really good quarterbacks who both have the potential to be top 3. Josh Allen, number 1, but Jaden Daniels could be a top 3 if he stays healthy the whole year. And Washington's better than what they were last year. All right. Thank you all for being here. We got 9 likes, 6 more, and we'll get into a third one and hopefully get some of you guys in here. So hit that like button, and we can do more of these drafts. So let's look at our team. And then we'll go over, if you guys haven't done the Eliminator, we'll go over how you want to be drafting them. So we got Gibbs, Kyron. We got A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, Jameson Williams, Brian Thomas. And we got Drake May. Drake May paired up with A.J. Brown. I do want to take another quarterback at the turn right here. I'll go with Brock Purdy. Never mind. I didn't want Brock Purdy anyways. Oh, Jackson Dart's here. Please make it. Oh my gosh, please make it. This would be huge. And then I'm going to go Tucker Kraft. This would be... Oh. Never mind. It was not huge. It was not huge. And then I'll go Kyle Monangai. Week 10 bye. I'll go Monangai. Don't take Tucker Kraft. Don't do it. Don't take Tucker Kraft. Give me a tight end. You take Monangai. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Let's see it, Kelly. Who you got? Who you got? I need a quarterback here. Dylan Sampson. Am I? Okay. Good pick, Kelly. I'm sorry. You must have misclicked. I'm going Tucker Kraft. And then I'll get a quarterback that falls back to me. Don't take 2 quarterbacks, Cav. Don't do it. I'm going to go Jared Goff. Stacking is not as important in the Eliminator. But like I said at the beginning, if you're stacking, make sure it's at different positions. I would not take 2 receivers from the same team, 2 running backs from the same team. I already have Jordan Addison. I need another quarterback here. I feel confident with all my other positions. So I'm going to go Jared Goff. Probably not the best pick, but that's who I'm going to go. All right. Let's see. What did I miss here? Frizz says, I just got to my turn of the 4-5, and I took Pat Mahomes and Cam Scat. That's good. If Cam Scat is healthy and ready for the season, that's good. I'm drafting him like he is going to be healthy and ready for the season. First down. Fantasy says, I take 1 more running back and top-rated wide receiver on board, so then you start quarterback, running back, wide receiver. That's usually a good start in Superflex. I would personally throw another quarterback in there. And then let's say you go quarterback, running back, quarterback like you did, Frizz. I would hammer receiver for like 4 rounds in a row to catch up. Because you don't have a receiver yet, I would probably hammer receiver. Because you're 3 quarterbacks, 2 running backs. Joe says that's what she said. I'm pretty sure it's the comment I made about a tight end. And that is what she said. You're right. Frizz, now I take double wide receiver at the 6-7 turn and should be good. Yes. I would probably take 1 more at the next turn, if not another. But another running back or tight end would also work there. First Time Fantasy says, if you have 2 good quarterbacks, like, I'd push quarterbacks for as long as you can. Got it. You probably know more about Superflex than I do. I have not done any this year. But yeah, that sounds about right. Frizz, I'm done with quarterbacks now until later on in deeper rounds. I'll take my 4th quarterback. If you're going to get a quarterback that's not going to start, I don't think I would take another quarterback. Your 3 quarterbacks that you have, Mahomes, Daniels, and Allen, I would not take another quarterback there. I think that the 4th quarterback that you're going to get is not going to see the field for more than 3 games. So I would not. All right, let's see. All right, we're round 10. We're more than halfway done with this draft. We need 6 more likes for a third one. 6 more. All right, so going back to stacking. In the Eliminator, it's very important to manage your bye weeks. And it's hard to manage your bye weeks when you stack. So what I'm doing here is I stack Jared Goff with Gibbs and Jameson Williams. That's fine because all these guys are at different positions. I stack Drake May with A.J. Brown. They're at different positions. I would not take another Lions player unless it's a tight end, but he's already gone. I would not take another Patriots player unless it's a tight end. So you can stack, just don't stack them for the same position. Okay, we're coming up here. Quentin Johnston is still up here. I do have Brian Thomas, but he goes. Okay, saves me from myself. Wandale's a fine pick. I don't have another player with that bye week. And then of these two, I can go either one of these guys. I'll go Rachaad White if he makes it back. So they have 4 receivers, 3 running backs. They take Wandale Robinson. I didn't want him anyways. I'm not taking Romeo Doubs. I could go another tight end here. Or I can just do this. No, I have Gibbs on a bye right there. I don't want to pass up on a player just because the bye weeks line up. I for sure don't want to take Dobbs here. Let's see what Cav does. Cav, who you going? Who are you going, Cav? I'm going to go Brooks. Frizz, to help you out, Garrett, Luther, Jalen Waddle, Mike Evans, Jameson, Terry McLaurin. Let's look at this. I'll go over here to my rankings. Active. Nope. Rankings. For you. Here we go. Okay, let's see. You said Garrett, Luther. So I think Garrett's higher. Garrett's right here. So I would go Garrett. Luther Burden's down lower for me. I would not go Luther. Jalen Waddle. Mike Evans. For sure go Garrett. And then Luther. Garrett and Luther is what I would go. Unless I missed something here. I did not. Yeah, go Garrett and Luther. That's from my rankings. That's what I have. Okay. Let's go back to the draft. I'm at 2-4-4-1 right now. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's what I would go. Again, not an expert, but let's look at them. Garrett Wilson has had to deal with the worst quarterback play you can ever imagine. And he still produces when he was healthy. 22, 24, 20 with just awful quarterback play. The year before that, he still had 3 spike weeks, 1, 2, 3. And his floor for most of the time was 10 points with only 4 games less than 10. Year before that, this was his floor. Like, Garrett is just so solid, and he's going to have bad quarterback play this year, but if Geno is just anything but his Raiders self, they should be fine. Luther Burden is on a team that has no more DJ Moore, so he's going to see more opportunities, and he had a massive spike week here, so this is what he can do. Now that DJ Moore's gone, he will be the number 2 option behind Rome Odunze, if not the number 1 option on a Bears team that is going to be a really good offense. So I think that's a good pick. First Time Fantasy says, try to take your quarterbacks to set up stacks because stacks are huge and super flex. Yes, also stack. In the Eliminator, it's not that important. You still want to do it very slightly, but in anything but the Eliminator, take your stacks. Don't reach so far down to grab them. I wouldn't scroll to find your stacks. But you do need stacks. Like, I wouldn't go all the way down here just to find a stack. But if they're right here, I would go down this around here to get your stacks with them. All right. We're 2 picks away. We need to hammer receivers. We're going to get a double up on bye weeks here. We're just gonna. I didn't take Jawan Jennings before. I'll take Jawan Jennings. And then Jalen McMillan. Oh, he's not going to be a stack. I don't really like McMillan at all. But I'll take him. Oh, yeah, Loveland as well. Yeah. So Loveland, the only competition now for Luther Burden is Loveland and Rome Odunze. Rome Odunze showed a little bit of life at the beginning of last season. So he showed some life here and then kind of fell off and had a game and then he got hurt. But Loveland, let's look at him. Loveland popped off towards the second half of the year. Yeah. From week 9 on, he was, I don't know exactly what ranked tight end he was, but he was really good. That's why people are taking Colson Loveland with it. I'm on the clock. Wait, hold up. Jalen McMillan. Oh my gosh. Okay. I almost missed my pick. I almost auto-drafted Travis Hunter. I gotta fix my rankings. Okay. So, let's go back to this. What were we looking at? Colson Loveland? No, we're good. This says, are elite quarterbacks more valuable in eliminators than regular best ball? Quarterbacks in general are more important in the eliminator than in regular best ball drafts. Quarterbacks, you can only start one. But they're super important. As you can tell in these drafts, these quarterbacks go a lot higher than usual. Josh Allen goes in the 3rd, but like in this range of the 3rd in regular drafts. I've seen him go on the left side on the beginning part of the 3rd. Lamar Jackson usually goes in the 5. He's going here. These quarterbacks usually go around the 6, the 7, so they're going higher. Once you get to this range right here, the quarterbacks are kind of nasty. I have 2 quarterbacks, so I can afford to wait a little bit longer. Let's see. Okay. Where are we at? I got 4 running backs. I'm going to need 1 more. I'm going 3-5-7-3. I got 6 receivers. I'm going to look for a tight end right here. Week 11. So I can take either one of these guys. Never mind. I can't take that guy at all. Didn't want him anyways. If Chig makes it back to me, I'm taking Chig. I just have to dodge these 2 back here. Otherwise, I could take Brian Robinson. Who are the remaining running backs after this? This range of running backs is fine as well. I won't force Brian Robinson, and Chig goes. Okay. All right, buddy. I'll take either of these tight ends besides A.J. Barner because of the bye week stack. And then I need to take one of these receivers. I don't want to go Ayuk. I could go a rookie here. I do have a week 11 bye already in A.J. Brown because he is going to be on the Patriots. I could also, instead of taking a rookie, just go Debo in hopes that he signs with a good team. I am not going Isaac Tesla because I already have 3 players from the Lions. I'm not taking another one. That's too many people at the same time for a draft like this. I'm just not going to do it. Okay, Debo goes. Kelly, you're getting on my nerves, Kelly. Man, this is awful. I could say the same thing about Brandon Ayuk that I said about Debo. Or I could just take TJ Hawkinson. and just take one of the receivers that falls right here, which is what I'll do. Frizz, I'll answer that in 1 second because I have opinions about Aaron Jones. All right. What's Cap gonna do? Who do I want here? Just give me Calvin Ridley. Just give me Ridley. It's not terrible. I don't have another receiver with that bye. I don't feel good about it, but just give me Ridley. Okay, Ridley, or excuse me, Frizz asked, do you have any shares of Aaron Jones? How you feel about him? So let's go here. Let's go best ball. Can I search for Jones? Yeah. I've taken Aaron Jones in 2 drafts. I've done 29 drafts. That's like, what percent is that? I can't do math. Give me a sec. 2 divided by 29. That's 6% of my drafts. I'm underweight on him. Normal weight is about 8.5%. I'm at 6%, so I'm underweight on him. And then let's go to compare. I'm higher on Jordan Mason. I think Jordan Mason will be the starting running back for these guys. And let's go from like week 10 on. Aaron Jones was the better player down the stretch compared to Jordan Mason when they were on the same team. He's 31 years old, going into his 32-year-old season. He's just getting up there. And Jordan Mason, I think, is what, 26, 27? Yeah, 26 or 27. Minnesota didn't use him as much. The smart person would take 50-50 of each of these guys. But I just have a feeling that Jordan Mason is going to be the guy. I could 100% be wrong. Like, let's look at this. Yards per attempt, 6, 5.2, 5.2, 4.8. Jones. I think I looked at this already in a past stream because I think this is pretty good. Yeah, his the last 3 years is 5.3, 4.6, 4.5, 4.2 over the last 4 years. So they're both about the same. If I'm giving actual advice, it's take about 50-50 of each. If I'm giving my own advice and what you want to know about me, I'm taking Jordan Mason because I just feel like he's going to be the running back 1 for the Vikings because he's much younger than Aaron Jones. And because of age, Aaron Jones has a much higher chance to miss time. All right, we're coming on the clock here. I'm not taking another receiver. I'm going to go another running back here. 5, 7, 11, 6. Maybe I'm not. Who are my tight ends? I could go rookie tight end if I wanted to. I'm not going to go rookie tight end here. Kelly! Oh my gosh, Kelly. Let me find out, Kelly. Great minds think alike, though. I can't fault you for that. Emma Johnson, my highest ranked. I'm not going. Oh my gosh, I'm panicking. Just go Emma Johnson. That's a bad pick. Kelly got me shook. She's in my head. She or he is in my head. Don't look at me, Kelly. Week 11. These guys both have week 11 buys. That's awful for me. If I pass on these guys, Jared Goff's going to have to carry me in week 11. Who is going to start? I waited too long for quarterback again. I'm throwing. Just give me Jake Tonjes. Okay. I'm throwing. Guys, don't look at me. You're making me nervous. All right. And then let's just queue up some of these quarterbacks. I guess we'll go these two. I don't like that it's going to match up with this. I guess we can go these two. It's going to match up again. I'd rather have Kirk Cousins, but that's double Kirk Cousins. That is awful. What are the odds that Carson Beck starts? There's no reason I should ever be clicking him here, right? No reason. He has a week 14 bye. He's not going to start. If he does start till like week 11, week 12, I'm only getting 3 usable weeks out of him. Never mind. Don't listen to what I just asked you guys. Don't listen to that. I didn't say anything. Who did I miss here? First Down Fantasy says also depends on where you start. I did Superflex earlier and took Gibbs at 7, and he was still able to get Dak and Stafford. Yeah, you could do that as well because you're going to have an earlier pick in the second round to get a quarterback, and then in the third round as well. Your third quarterback might not be that good, but you can get 2 solid ones in a Superflex. Rafael Berber says Jones is a better receiver. Let's see. Let's look at Jones receiving. 2, 3, 2. So he averages probably, what, 2.5 receptions a game? Let's look at Mason. Yeah, Mason gets 1 reception on average a game. So yeah, Jones will get you, in this tournament, 1 point more from his receptions. But then the yards as well. Let's look at yards. Where is it? 371. Jones. Yeah, so he'll get you about maybe 4 or 5 more points based off of receptions and receiving yards. Okay. Let's go. That's another point. Can I look at, so first down fan, Joseph says, I think Kelly on the stream getting the players you want. Yeah, Kelly for sure out here watching the streams and drafting my players. Kelly, if you're here, I actually do have a Kelly that comes in the chat, and I appreciate them. Let me find out they're ghosting and grabbing the players I want. That would not be your best pick, Kelly, if you're getting the players I want. First down fantasy, yeah, but on half PPR, Mason is probably better touchdown upside. There's a way to look at rushes inside the 5, right? Yeah, right here. So last year, Jones had 3 carries inside of the 5. And Jordan Mason had 7. But he had the 6 touchdowns. So I'm going Jordan Mason. You guys can do whatever you want. I would recommend 50-50, but I'm going Jordan Mason. That's who I'm picking. These are still my options here. This is awful. Kirk Cousins goes. I'm going to throw up. Who are we going here? I'm going Michael Penix. Tua, good luck, brother. This is awful. I like my first team a lot better. Okay. Thank you all for being here. We got a decent amount of you guys in here, so I appreciate each and every one of you. Parker Washington or Wandale, go Parker Washington. Frizz. Yeah, Parker Washington has more upside. He's on a better team. And he's competing with Brian Thomas, who might get traded. Jacoby Myers, who got traded to the team last year. And Travis Hunter, who may or may not be a receiver. I would go Parker Washington. He could be really good, or because of the competition there, he could not be that good. But unless we get 3 more likes, this will probably be the last draft we do, because we just did 2 of them. If we do another one, we'll get in a Frenchie. But 3 more likes and we'll do another one. Let's go over here. Is it still going? What's going on here? Refresh. Let's rename this team. The exact same thing we named the last one. Okay. Let's sync it up. All right. I wish that this would tell you the grade. I don't think it tells you your grade, does it? this tells you this, but I don't think this is accurate to the Eliminator. This is not accurate to the Eliminator. This is if I was going based off of regular best ball. If you guys know, let me know, because I'm pretty certain this is going off of regular best ball. Okay, here's what we'll do. Because this has been such a good stream, I know we only got 12 likes, but I want to do as many Frenchies as I can. They've been going quick. I'm going to do another one. So if you guys want to get in here, we're going to get in right now. Here it is. Okay, 3, 2, 1. In. All right, we're doing another one. We're doing another one. Get that off. All right. Third draft. We got 3 more. Waiting for 3 more people. Who wants to get in here and show me how to draft? One more person. Has this been updated? Yeah, it has. Okay. All right, I'm at the 5 spot. I don't recognize any of these guys. 5 spot, I'm for sure taking one of these receivers. Is this Superflex 20 rounds also? In comparison to these ones? All right, this says, how should you handle injury-prone players in a survive and advance format? So, injury-prone is kind of a weird word, but I'll talk about players who are injured right now. How should you be drafting them? So let's talk about Malik Neighbors and Rashee Rice. In this format, I have them lower than the average person. They are this second and third round pick is way too valuable to be potentially getting a 0 in the first week, where you could be eliminated at any point in this tournament. Normally, you could be eliminated only in weeks 14, 15, 16, 17. But in this tournament, you could do all these drafts and be done after week 1. So you don't want to be taking 0s here. I have these guys a lot lower than normal. If I get them in the 4th round, where's pick 31 here? Mid-3rd. If I get them in the back half of the 3rd right here, the beginning of the 4th, I'm 100% clicking them. But I'm not taking them 1st, 2nd, beginning of the 3rd. I'm not doing it. Who else is quote-unquote injury-prone? Let's go down this list here. Daniel Jones. Oh, I'm on the clock. Wait. Jackson. Okay, I'm taking JSN here. Like, injury-prone is such a weird thing, but players who are injured right now, I'm treating them pretty similarly to rookies. I've moved them down my rankings because they're just so much more valuable to be in your lineup than take a 0. The 0s here weigh a lot more than in a regular league. Like Scatterbo and Judkins, I don't think that they're healthy just yet. Taking 11 on 11 reps. And says he'll be ready to go by week 1. I've moved them down a little bit. I think in my normal thing, I have Cam Scatterbo at the top of this. But I did move him down a little bit for this. And then this is where a lot of running backs go off the board. A lot of running backs. And I'm for sure going to want to take a running back here just because I took JSN. So hopefully one of these guys can fall to us. I've taken 0% Kenneth Walker. And that's might mess me up later. But I can't take Kenneth Walker over these guys up here. I can't do it. So we got 4 running backs going off the board all in a row. Another running back goes. Don't make me click another receiver here. I would love to go double running back. Running back up here, running back down here. Don't do it. Oh my gosh. No, you guys don't take Chase Brown. Chase Brown sucks if you're in the stream. Don't take him. He's on the Bengals. Oh, he takes Josh Jacobs. Oh, I wanted them. I'll go Drake. Oh my gosh, I can't go Drake London here. I'm going George Pickens. Guys, we got absolutely torched. We got none of these guys wanted a receiver. We got absolutely torched here. I for sure need a running back on the way back. I haven't taken any love either, but I do need a running back, so I'll take him. Bro, I know. I got rocked. Breece Hall goes. Mark Bowers. If Trey McBride makes it to me, am I taking McBride here? So what we talked about at the beginning of the stream is the later bye weeks are so important here. A week 14 bye week weighs so much more than a week 5, 6, 7, 8 bye week because you're just advancing so far. These guys don't know ball. Some would argue that they do know ball because they took every player that I wanted. But then that would assume that I know ball. And Trey McBride goes to Moon Man. All right, I'm getting a running back here. I'll take Kyron again. That's fine. I honestly would probably prefer Kyron to J-Lo because he's a rookie. But J-Lo's going to be the starter no matter what. So you can't really, I guess, treat him as a rookie. Okay. What's more important in Frenchie, in the Eliminator, the correlation or balance? Yes. Balance in terms of your roster construction and your bye weeks. You have to balance those out. That is really important. You don't want to have 2 quarterbacks. You don't want to have 2 tight ends. It just puts you at such a disadvantage. And you definitely don't want to have the same bye weeks lined up. So you have to balance all those together. 3-5-7-3 is normally what I would recommend in the Eliminator. 3-5-7-3. Correlation, you still want to have team stacking together. You do. Just not as heavy as the normal drafts. Let me move this back. In your normal draft, stacking is so important, but in these drafts, it's still important, but you don't want to stack too much. Don't stack 2 running backs on the same team. Don't stack 2 receivers on the same team because then you're just going to get zeros at both those players during their bye week. But it's okay to get a quarterback, a running back, and a receiver all from the same team if you don't have bye weeks that stack on from your different players that you've taken. All right. I would love to go Tet here. I would love to go Higgins here. And then I could get one of these running backs on the way back. I could also go Lad. Oh, this person is for sure taking a receiver. Oh my god. Okay, good. They took Luther Burden. Tet McMillan. I would have rather had Tet, but I'll go Lad here. I'll go Lad. And then on the way back, I will be taking DeAndre Swift. I would love to take Trevion, but he has the same bye week as Kyron. I can't have my top 2 running backs with the same bye week. I can't do it. I'm 6 picks away. Which NFL teams are best to target for weekly advancement? Is there a way I can pull up NFL bye week image? Yes, here it is. Nope. 2026. Here it is. Yes, this is what I want. How do I just do this? Okay. All right, give me 1 sec. DeAndre Swift goes. Oh my gosh, we're getting boxed out. Is this what it feels like to play in the NBA? I'm getting boxed out right here. God, he falls not that far. I'm gonna go Tootin. I'm reaching hard here, but I need another running back. Where did this just go? Oh, right here. Okay, so which NFL teams am I targeting, or should you be targeting in these? The later the bye week, the more value this team holds. The Cowboys are massive value. If you can get Cowboys players, it's just so good. Cardinals players, I wish this team was better. But if you can get Cardinals players, you have 13 weeks before a bye, and you're at least making it into the top 16 of the tournament. These teams as well, the Ravens should be good. The Colts potentially, Raiders, Jets, But the later the bye week, the better. If you can get these early teams right here, and you can make your team get through the pod, I had an epiphany. Stay with me, chat. Weeks 1 through 8, you have a 66% advancement rate. Weeks 1 through 8, 66% advancement rate. Every time after that, you only have 50% chance because it's 1v1. In the regular Eliminator, these teams are more important because it's always the same chance to move on 50-50. In this one, I would argue that weeks 1 through 8, weeks 5 through 8 buys are the teams you should be targeting here. Because you have a higher chance to move on, and if you make it through there, you don't have to deal with their buys later. So in this tournament, weeks 5, 6, 7, and 8, these teams right here, these are the teams that you want for bye weeks. Strictly because of the way the tournament is structured. All right. We're coming up on the clock right here. Wait, 1 pick away? Oh my gosh. Wait. Oh, by Shell Tootin. I need quarterbacks. Give me Caleb. Actually, give me Dak Prescott. Give me Dak Prescott. Pair him up with George Pickens. And just like what we talked about, week 14 buys important. But in this one, you could argue weeks 5 through 8 buys are more important. All right, you guys. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I appreciate all of you guys for being here. This has been honestly the best draft I've had so far, just from the engagement. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying it as well. I just appreciate all you guys being here and chatting and answering questions and talking to each other in the chat. That's why I do this. It's just really fun. And I know that's why you guys come to these streams as well, not just mine, but best ball streams, because you guys enjoy it as well. You guys are sick like me and are drafting in May. If you do want to see more of these, I'll be drafting every day, or I'll be streaming every day except for Thursdays and Sundays. Sundays I will be dropping videos, but make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified when I do go live. We had people in here at the very beginning of the draft. We had Disbanded Brotherhood, who always comes in, drops a period, and we have I Only Act, who was in here right from the beginning. So don't miss out on the beginning of these. Okay, let's lock in. Jordan Tyson from my ranks. Week 8 bye. I'm going to go Metcalf here. Gosh. I don't want to get boxed out at quarterback. I'll take one of these two on the way back right here. Trevor Lawrence or Jackson Dart. I don't want to get boxed out. Let's go back here. It says if you can give one rule for winning the Eliminator, what would it be? Don't take only 2 tight ends. You could get away with it at quarterback. You can. If you take Josh Allen, you could get away with only having 1 quarterback. Tight ends don't take only 2. The other thing is I would not have more than 2 buys. I know that says 1 rule, but I'm giving you a bonus one. Don't, at each position, for quarterbacks and tight ends, do not have the same buys. For all the quarterbacks that you drafted and the tight ends that you drafted, they should not have the same buys because you're only drafting 3 max. For running backs and receivers, do not have more than 2 buys in the same position group. So yeah, take at least 3 tight ends. You can get away with it at quarterback having 2. And don't have more than 2 bye weeks stacked up per position. All right. Not taking Corum here. I already have Kyron. Jordan Addison, I already drafted him, but he is my highest ranked player here. I did say I wanted to take a quarterback, and my next pick is at 101. These quarterbacks might be gone. I'm going to reach for a quarterback here. This might be a bad pick, but I'm reaching. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. I reached. You don't want to get behind at quarterback here. In all of my first 2 drafts, I got stuck with a Kirk Cousins and a Michael Penix. That is awful. Don't get behind at quarterback in these as well. That's what I'm learning. So let's look at our team. I'm going to be behind at tight end, but that's fine. I could go 4 tight ends if I really wanted to. Let's see. I'm at pick 5. I got JSN, George Pickens, Ladd McConkey, DK Metcalf, Kyron Williams, Tootin. I need more running backs. And then I got Pat Mahomes and Dak Prescott. Prescott paired up with Pickens. Mahomes paired up with nobody. Maybe I get Kelsey on the way back. But I'm not too worried about stacking in this. Jeez, I'm getting boxed out at running back. Oh my gosh. They got me in a chokehold right now. I'm in the penalty box in hockey. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm taking one of these guys. I'll be taking a tight end here. I have 0. I don't want to get too far behind at tight end. I need to take one. Hold up. No. No. Cold. Please. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. I can't reach. I'm not reaching here. I'm going to go cry. Week 7. Just give me Addison. Oh my gosh. They did it to me again. Freaking Britney Spears, man. Did it to me again. That was tragic. That was like watching something bad in slow motion right there. We all knew it was going to happen. We all knew it was going to happen. That was awful. All right. Is that Kelly's burner? Kelly, is that your burner? God. Which early round pick has the biggest bust risk for this format? Which one of these picks, I'll say first 2 rounds, has the biggest bust potential? If I had to pick one, this is going to sound bad. And I haven't thought about this much, but I'm just spitballing here. Ginty. We'll pull him up right now. Ginty does. He's just on a bad team. That team is so bad, and they're going to start Kirk Cousins at the beginning of the year. They don't have any receivers to throw to, so they're going to load the box and just defend Brock Bowers. If he gives you a 5 and the Raiders don't score that many points, it could be bad. Oh, wait. Was I not? Wait. Okay, wait. I got to take a running back here. I'll go Jordan Mason. And then way back, I'll go another tight end. Jordan Mason. I have Jordan Addison, but it's not on the same position group, so that's fine. I don't have another bye week lined up there. And then I'm going to queue up Kelsey, Ferg, Kittle, Andrews. These are the players that I need. I'm 7 picks away. Who am I getting here? Am I getting any of these guys? What do we think? Or am I about to get sniped? I'm about to get sniped, huh? They got the American sniper on me. I'm so screwed. Okay. Unless we see a run of tight ends here, I'm good. Don't do it. You don't want any of these guys. Romeo Doubs is on the board. The GOAT. You don't need a tight end here. Okay, yeah, you got Tyler Shuck, the other GOAT. I forgot about Tyler Shuck. Okay, now unless we get 4 people in a row taking tight end, I'm in the clear. Oh. Don't do it. Don't do it, Menabu. Is that his name? Menabu? Don't do it. Oh my gosh. Moonman, please, you already have 2 of them. You already have 2 of them. Take Romeo Doubs. You have 3 receivers. Don't do it. Okay, my GOAT. My GOAT. Here comes Kelly taking Travis Kelce from us. Kelly. Don't do it, Kelly. Okay. Appreciate you. Travis Kelce, come on down. Tight end 1. We are getting prime Kelce. I'm talking 2017, 2018 Kelce. Let's pull up Kelce right here. And I'll show you which Kelce we're getting right now. I just made random numbers up. I'm pretty... Let's go back to 2017, 2018. Here we go. Yep, I was locked in. That was... I could have guessed half the years and I would have been right. I was tapped in for that one. All right, who are we going to look at? Who did we say we wanted to look at? Oh, Ginty. Guys, lock in, please. Ashton Ginty. So if he gets one of these weeks... And who do the Raiders play week 1? Let me find out. They play the Broncos. Oh, wait a minute. The Raiders and Dolphins play each other? Forget what I said. It don't mean... no. These guys are smashes week 1. What's the week 1 schedule looking like? Oh, wait. Get me out of that. Please tell me there's nothing wrong. Week 1 NFL schedule. Why do I want to see 2025s, Google? Google, why would I want to see 2025s? Okay. Patriots at Seahawks. Patriots are screwed. Niners at Rams, going to be a shootout. Why is it not popping up? There it is. Bears at Panthers. Bucks at Bengals. Lions at Saints. Bills at Texans. To be honest, dare I say James Cook? I'm on the clock. I don't need another receiver. I could go another tight end. I'm going to go CJ Stroud. I do not want to get boxed out at quarterback again. I just don't want to get boxed out. Dare I say James Cook against the Texans could suck? That could be terrible. Who else is on here? Chiefs, Broncos. Kenneth Walker might suck the first week too. Like, it's just so difficult. But I'm sticking with either Genty or Cook. But Genty just has such a favorable matchup week 1. And I didn't even realize... Oh, no, they're not. Okay. All right. We're 5 picks away. I need another running back. I can't go Keaton Mitchell. I could go Woody Marks. That sounds nasty coming out of my mouth. It's like I just threw up, but I could go Woody Marks. Hunter Henry also. Who do you guys want here? I'll pick whatever you guys say. Hunter Henry or Woody Marks here? Hunter Henry or Woody Marks? I don't know who to pick, so I'll pick whatever you guys say. We're one pick away. Oh my gosh, chat. You're letting me down. Lock in. I'm going to auto draft Marks. Marks or Henry? Nah. I can't believe it. I've been betrayed. I'm going Woody Marks. I've been betrayed. We're all watching on a TV? That's crazy. I'm kidding. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. This is our third draft. We got the 15 likes. We did it anyways. I appreciate it. If you guys are new to the stream, or maybe you've seen a couple of them, you weren't sure if you wanted to subscribe, maybe you didn't know, want to catch a vibe, now might be the time to subscribe if you are enjoying it. You don't want to miss any of the streams. We're going to stream every day except for Thursday, Sunday, but we will be having videos come out on Sundays. I don't want to guarantee every Sunday, but we'll be having videos come out on Sundays. Just talking about best ball, 5 must draft players, 5 must avoid players, the roster construction, how to win. To validate that, I have not actually won a season-long best ball, but I have won a battle royale. So I did come in first place here. Granted, 11 people came in first place here, so take that with a grain of salt. But I mean, I got my goat horns. That's my goat. So I don't know. I'm not an expert. I do like doing these for fun, and I do a decent amount of them. But I have won before. I'm trying to win a season long. Preferably Best Ball Mania. But I'll take any win. Beggars can't be choosers, right? Okay, we are 3, 4, 5, 1. I'm not even looking at quarterbacks anymore. Don't even look my way. Quarterbacks. I need 1 more running back, 2 more receivers, 2 more tight ends. I'm getting boxed out at tight end, but I can take one on the comeback right here. I can actually take any of these guys because the bye weeks match up. All right. I'm going to take a receiver here. Travis Hunter saved me from myself. Save me from myself. Okay, he did not. This could work. I know I said 2 max for the bye week, so I'll do it. From my ranks, he's fallen a lot. So I'll do it right now. No time like the present, right, chat? No time like the present. All right. I need 1 more running. Let's look at this team. Let's take a gander. JSN, Pickens, McConkey, Metcalf, Addison, Hunter. Kyron, Tootin, Mason, Marks. Just a nasty running back room. Just nasty. Dak Prescott paired up with Pickens. Mahomes paired up with Kelsey. And Stroud paired up with Woody Marks. I still think my first one was the best draft, but I was able to get 3 actual usable quarterbacks in this one. So we'll see. We'll see. I didn't have to draft Michael Penix of all people. Or Kirk. Kirk, you like that, Cousins. I'm going to go A.J. Barner here. I need another tight end. I feel confident with my receiver room. I think this is a good pair. And I can get rookies later. Maybe. Potentially. Possibly. Okay. I'm on the clock. We're going A.J. Barner. I need another tight end. He doesn't have the same bye week. We're good. Which late round player could become an Eliminator League winner? Let's go look. Late rounds, I'm saying 14, 15, 16. Or excuse me, 15. Oh my gosh. 16, 17, 18. Guys, can we lock in? Can we lock in? 181. We're coming up. League winners. If Breece Hall goes down, Braylon Allen is a smash. Eli Stowers. Dallas Goedert does his annual, I'm going to miss time. Eli Stowers could be good. But you would have to get to like week 6, 7, 8, 9 with Stowers. Because he's not going to be the main focal point there. Darnell Mooney could actually be a smash. If Malik Neighbors misses time, Darnell Mooney and Isaiah Likely will be the 2 receiving options on that team. Smash. Tyreek Hill, if he comes back healthy, he's good. Jake Tonges, if George Kittle misses time, Jake Tonges, I think in week 17 or 18, he got like 20-something points without Kittle. And Jaden Blue, if Javonte Williams misses time. Yeah, those are my takes. And these running backs right here, if their starters miss time. All right. I don't want to take... I'm going to take a running back here. Kamara, Mike Washington. Because I would take Kamara, but I already have a week 8 bye, and I'm not super confident in my running back room. So I don't want to put 2 bye weeks together because I need all the points I can get in my running back room. So I'll go Mike Washington. I lied. Braylon Allen, come home. Come home, Braylon Allen. If Breece Hall steps on a thumbtack before the season starts, we're locked in. We are locked in. All right, done at this. I want Darnell Mooney, and I want Stowers. I'm not getting sniped off these guys. Nobody wants these guys. Let's look at Mooney. Let's look at Mooney. Okay. Darnell Mooney can get spike weeks. He does have a low floor. He did play for the Falcons last year. I don't know what happened to him last year because 2 years before that, he was actually pretty solid. We just need him to get back to this. Just have like a 10-point floor this late in the season. Or excuse me, this late in the draft. All right, 3 picks away. Who picked Mooney? Moon Man. Makes sense. I can't fault you for that. It's in the name. I can't fault you for that. As much as I dislike your pick, cannot fault you for that. But I got another trick up my sleeve. Wicks. Wide receiver 3 on the Eagles. It's going to be a higher powered offense now that Sean Mannion's there. Mannion knew Dontavian Wicks from Green Bay. Trust the process. Trust the process. I'm on the clock. Good thing I had people. Good thing I had people queued. All right. We're getting down to it right now. We got one more pick to go, but genuinely, this has been a really good stream. I appreciate every single one of you coming and hanging out. We got 17 likes. Shows that you guys are enjoying what you're watching, and you guys have just been supporting stream in, day out. It means a lot. If you are here, maybe the first time you're watching, maybe haven't subscribed, just take a look at the subscribe button. I'm not saying you have to push it, but just take a look. See how you feel. And if you do subscribe, so you don't miss anything, hit the notification bell. I don't charge anything for you to subscribe or hit the notification bell. It's free. Just like everybody else. But that's besides the point. The point is that I don't charge. But if you like what you're seeing here, I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's get Dontavian Wicks, the GOAT, my GOAT. Receiver number 3 in the Eagles. We're not going to get sniped off him. We're 7 picks away. Let's actually look at Wicks. Wicks had a massive spike week here. 28. 24. 24. So he gets a 20-point game. He's known to get a 20-point game now and then. Who else would we take here? Like, there's really nobody else, right? From this group, who are you guys drafting? I'm not drafting any of these. Unless I'm in a regular draft and I need the stack. Cyrus Allen, baller name. Xavier Legette. All right. Dontavian Wicks, come on home. All right. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care.